Hi everyone, welcome to LearnWithIsrael YouTube channel. So in this video we'll be treating episode 4 for chemistry. As you can see right here, we'll be treating episode 4 for JAMB chemistry. Just stay tuned and let's treat this question together. The question will be from question 61 to 80. See this number right here. If you are interested in tutorial or mentorship, just chat this number on WhatsApp. And if you are interested in syllabus, JAMB syllabus for any subject, chat this number on WhatsApp and you get it for free. So let's get to the question. Question 61. Dash is an organic compound for making papers. Dash is an organic compound for making papers. A. Cellulose, B. Starch, C. Wood, D. Esters. So let's start from option A. Cellulose is also a form of carbohydrate which is used for making papers. So cellulose is the correct answer. Question 62. Organic chemistry is the branch of science that deals with dash and dash. A. Hydrogen and sulfur. B. Carbon and metals. C. Hydrogen and carbon. D. Carbon and oxygen. So organic chemistry is the branch of science that deals with four elements. Let me list out the elements. We have the carbon, we have hydrogen, we have oxygen, and we have nitrogen. So the acronym I use to remember this four element is SHAN. I use SHAN to remember the element. So the two essential one is carbon and hydrogen. So if we check the option, hydrogen and carbon is in option C. So hydrogen and carbon is the correct answer. That is the core one that organic chemistry deals with. It also deals with the rest elements here, but the main one is carbon and hydrogen. Let's move to the next question. Question 63. Which of the following undergoes resonance? A. Benzene, B. Ethene, C. Pentane, D. Chloroform. Example of aromatic compound. For those that are familiar with aromatic compound, one of the examples of aromatic compound undergoes resonance, which is benzene. And the structure for benzene is C6H6. C6H6 is for benzene. Let's move to question 64. Carbohydrates are compound containing carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen in the ratio A 3:1:1, B 2:1:1, C 1:2:1, D 1:1:1. So for carbon is 1. For hydrogen is 2. And for oxygen is 1. So if we check our option, we can find it in option C, 1:2:1 for carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. If you haven't subscribed to LearnWithIsrael YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button now as we move to the next question. Question 65. An example of alcohol is A. CCl4, B. CH3COOH, C. C2H6, D. CH3OH. So alcohol functional group is OH. So if you check the option, it's in option D. We can find OH. Avoid this COOH because this COOH is another functional group. COOH is the carboxylic functional group. Carboxylic acid. That is the functional group for carboxylic acid. While the functional group for alcohol, which is also known as alcohol, is CH3OH. And what's the name of this compound? Is methanol. And for this one, the name is ethane. I will find time to the topic organic chemistry for those that don't really understand it. And for CH3COOH, this is ethanoic acid. So guys, let's continue. Question 66. The most abundant element on Earth's crust is A. Oxygen, B. Fluorine, C. Hydrogen, D. Nitrogen. Without even reading anything, you should be able to know the answer to this question. It's very simple. Oxygen is the most abundant. Everyone needs oxygen. Everyone in this earth need oxygen to survive. So oxygen is the most abundant element on Earth crust. Question 67. The oxidation number of boron in NaBH4 is, so this B is the boron. So our Na is +1 plus, we represent our boron as X, and I will represent our hydrogen as 4. So we have 4 here. 4 equals 0. So what do? We make X the subject of the formula. So we now have 4 plus 1 we turn to minus, which will be 4 minus 1. So X equals +3, which is also equals 3. So +3 is the correct answer. Let's move to the next question. Polyvinyl chloride is used to produce that. Polyvinyl chloride is used to produce that. A, bread, B, pencils, C, ink, D, pipes. So polyvinyl chloride is used to produce pipes. The pipes used at home, at office, polyvinyl chloride is used for it. So polyvinyl chloride is used to produce pipes. So let's move to the next question. Question 69. Which of the following are made by the process of polymerization? Which of the following are made by the process of polymerization? A, nylon and soap. B, nylon and artificial rubber. C, soap and butane. D, margarine and nylon. One of the following that are made by process of polymerization is nylon and artificial rubber, and it is produced by saponification. Which it is produced by saponification, and saponification is part of the process of polymerization. So let's move to the next question. Question 70. Sodium and potassium belong to the same group of periodic table. This is because A, both are metals, B, both form cation, C, both have identical electronic configuration, D, both react with water vigorously. So sodium and potassium both have same number of valence electrons. But sodium and potassium both have identical electronic configuration. Question 71. An element X has 127 neutron and 82 electron. Its atomic number is, the atomic number is always down here, so you can now say 82 is the atomic number. But how? So let me explain to you guys. The number of electron also equals the number of proton. So we have 82 electron, which also means 82 also equals the number of proton, which also means we have 82 as the number of proton. And what's the definition of atomic number? Atomic number is the sum of proton and in it is the sum of proton in it. So if we know the sum of proton as 82, so 82 is the correct answer. Question 72. A characteristic of the alkane family. So this is an organic chemistry question. A characteristic of the alkane family is A, addition reaction, B, elimination reaction, C, substitution reaction, D, neutralization reaction. So one of the characteristics of alkane family in the option is substitution reaction. Why addition reaction is for the alkene family, and alkyne family. Why benzene takes addition reaction and substitution reaction, it takes the both. But for alkene and alkyne, it takes the addition reaction, and alkane family take the substitution reaction. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe as we move to the next question. Question 73. But before we continue, all these questions you are seeing, don't joke with any of it because it can come out in your exam. So be attentive as I'm explaining to you guys. Question 73. Which of the following is found in cotton? A, starch, B, cellulose, C, fat, D, oil. So cellulose is found in cotton. cellulose is found in cotton, which is also used for paper, as I discussed with you earlier. So, question 74. A compound gives an orange-red color to a non-luminous flame. This compound is likely to contain A Ca2+, B Fe3+, C Fe2+, D Na+. So the compound that gives an orange-red color to a non-luminous flame is, so Ca2+, gives a brick red color. It gives a brick red color or orange red color to a non-luminous flame. So if you check the option, we also see orange red color. So the correct answer is Ca2+. It gives both brick red color or orange red color to a non-luminous flame. So if you haven't subscribed to Learn with Israel YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Please hit that subscribe button now as we move to the next question. Question 75. The drying agent is suitable for drying ammonia is A calcium chloride, B calcium oxide, C phosphorus 5 oxide, D concentrated H2SO4. So ammonia reacts readily with calcium chloride and it reacts readily with CaCl, which is calcium chloride, and H2SO4. So the suitable drying agent is calcium oxide. CaO is the suitable drying agent for ammonia. Question 76. Which of these statements is true about carbon dioxide? A. It supports combustion. B. It is strongly acidic in water. C. It is very soluble in water. D. It supports the burning of magnesium to produce magnesium oxide. So let's start from option A. It supports combustion. That is very wrong. Carbon dioxide does not support combustion. The one that supports combustion is CO, which is carbon monoxide. The exhaust that come out from the pipe of the motor car, and that smoke that comes out of the car is carbon monoxide, which means it supports combustion because the coming out of that smoke is combustion. So let's check option B. It is strongly acidic in water. No, that's very wrong. Option C. It is very soluble in water. Yes, carbon dioxide is very soluble in water. So guys, I'll be dropping video on the particular topic, which is organic chemistry. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now. So once I drop the video, you'll be able to watch it and understand more on organic chemistry. So let's move to the next question. Question 77. Nuclear fission involves the splitting of a heavy element into two nuclei of A. Equal masses with a release of energy, B. Equal masses with a release and radiation, C. Unequal masses without any release of energy, D. Nearly equal masses with a release of energy and radiation. Nuclear fission involves the splitting of a heavy element into two nuclei of nearly equal masses with a release of energy and radiation. So let's look for the option. Option A, equal masses with a release of energy. We would have gone for option A, but it's not exactly equal masses, nearly equal masses. So option A is wrong. Option B, equal masses with a release and radiation. That's also wrong. We want the one that is nearly equal. It is not equally exact. So option C, unequal masses, that's wrong. Unequal is wrong. Option D, nearly equal masses with a release of energy and radiation is the correct answer. And I hope you know that as we have nuclear fission, we also have nuclear fusion. Nuclear fusion is the combining of two light nuclei, while nuclear fission is the splitting of heavy elements. I hope you now understand the difference between nuclear fission and nuclear fusion by watching the video of Learn with Israel YouTube channel. So subscribe now as you've gained something watching my YouTube video. So question 78. Stainless steel is used for making A. Magnet, B. Tools, C. Coins and medals, D. Moving part of the clock. So we have 5 types of steel, which I will list here. Stainless steel is used for making tools like scissors, saw, cutlery, So let me list the other tools. We also have another steel, and the other steel we have is mild steel. Mild steel is used for making corrugated sheet. It's used for making corrugated sheets. It's also used for making screw. So we also have another one, which is cobalt steel. Cobalt steel are used for making permanent magnets. They are used for making permanent magnets. So we also have hard steel. Hard steel is used for making alloy. Why? We also have the last one, which is tungsten steel. So these are the 5 steel we have. We have stainless steel, mild steel, cobalt steel, hard steel, and tungsten steel. So the correct answer, the stainless steel is used for making steel. So option B is the correct answer. These are the things you gain while watching my video. I break it down step by step gradually. So keep watching my video so as we move to the next question. Question 79. 200 centimeter cube of air was passed over heated copper in a syringe several times to produce copper 2 oxide. When cooled, the final volume of air recorded was 158 centimeter cube. Estimate the percentage of oxygen in air. So the first thing to do is to write out to balance the formula. We have Cu, we have copper, which is Cu plus O2. So this is solid and this is gas. So if we add it together, we'll get CuO2. So the next thing is to calculate the oxygen. Next thing is to calculate the volume of the reacted oxygen. And to do that, we will have to minus so let's calculate the volume of reacted oxygen, which equals to 200 centimeter cube minus the volume of air recorded. This is the mass of air, 200 centimeter cube, minus the volume of air recorded, which is 158 centimeter cube, to get the volume of reacted oxygen. So 200 minus 158 centimeter cube is 42 centimeter cube. So 42 centimeter cube. So let's clean the board so we can be able to solve the question. So our volume of oxygen equals 42 centimeter cube. Is with minus 200 minus 158 to get 42 centimeter cube. So the next thing to do is to calculate the percentage. And to calculate percentage, if you are calculating by percentage, you multiply by 100. So to calculate the percentage, our mass of oxygen over mass of air multiplied by 100, which equals our mass of oxygen is 42 and our mass of air is 200 multiplied by 100. So 0 cancels 0, 0 cancels 0. 2 divided by 42 is 21. So the answer is 21%. So 21% is the correct answer. The question 80. Calculate the number of moles in 11 grams of CO2. So our mass is 11 grams. And to calculate number of moles, you need to divide our mass by molar mass. We don't know our molar mass yet. So let's calculate for our molar mass, which is CO2. So C is 12. The molar mass of carbon is 12 plus oxygen. Oxygen is 16. Oxygen is 16 multiplied by the 2 here. So 12 plus 32 will give us 44 grams per mole. Doesn't stop there. So we can now divide our mass over our molar mass. Number of mole. Formula for number of mole equals mass over molar mass. So our mass is 11 and our molar mass is 44. So 11 divided by 44 is 0.25 mole. 0.25 mole. So let's check our option. Yeah, it's in option D. 0.25 mole is the correct answer. So we've come to the end of this video. If you find this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe. See you in my next video.